Hey guys, Holty Bread here. All right, today we're gonna be changing oil on this 97 Toyota Corolla. She's a beauty. Check her out. Still going. It's only got 120,000 miles on it. Little downforce, huh? Black hubcaps. She's styling. Got the patina. Check out the patina. Oh yeah. That's some Minnesota mods there. Low mileage, 120,000. 1.6. Runs pretty good. Got for 500 bucks. Worth every penny. All right, here we go. We're gonna change the oil. All right, first thing I always do, shock up the wheels so the car doesn't roll. Both sides. You got your jack. These Toyotas, Toyota Corollas, and a lot of other cars, front wheel drive, they got this skid plate. I usually put a jack underneath there, jack it up, and then I'll put the jack stands where the car jack's supposed to go on either side. Also make sure emergency brake's on, because it's on the rear wheels. And if it works, it should hold the car. But you got the blocks in the way too to help, because you don't want the car to move. Alright, I'll usually go up as high as I can. And we'll do the two little slots there. Right there. Let's see that. There's one right there. And there's one right there. You want to go right in the middle of that. Just like that. both sides. Slot right there. Slot right there, right in the middle. Just like that. All right, then we're just gonna lower the car down very slowly. And sometimes if you don't feel safe, just leave the jack in there, as long as it's not in your way. That way it's got 3 things holding it up. Okay. Check out what the oil plug is.
Try your new one?
All right. And these Corollas. There it is right there, drain plug. And let's take a look here. Guessing it's I'm gonna say a 14. No, it's bigger than a 14. It's gotta be, right? Nope, it's 14. Alright, so it's either a 14 or a 9/16 usually. Loosen her up. See if we can get it out of there without spilling it all over ourselves. There we go. And it's all over the hand. Well, you know what? Better than on the ground. There we go. Yeah. Black gold. Texas tea. My son never changes his oil. So this has been in there for a long time. About 10,000 miles, I'd say. So it's definitely due for a change. Let it drain until there's just a drip coming out of there. Slow drip. If you don't have time, you can plug it up a little earlier, but we're just letting this drain out as much as possible. And then just put the plug back in, the bolt. Make sure you got that copper washer on there. Because if you don't, you're gonna have some leaks. You don't want that. So screw it in by hand. I usually screw it by hand all the way until it tightens. Tighten it by hand, and then you don't need to torque on these too much, just enough to know they're tight. Usually go till it stops and just Make sure it's not gonna fall off. And give it a little bit of torque, but not much. You don't want to strip it out. So that's that. And then next we're gonna have to go to the oil filter, which I think, I guess I don't even know where it is. I don't remember. It's been a while. Also, I wanted to let you guys know, if you don't have any of these knee pads, you should get some, because it makes it easy on the kneecaps when you're on cement. You don't even, it's a lot easier to move around without hurting yourself. Okay, so we're gonna, oh, I got this here. Check it out. Oil filter wrench. Make it easy. See if I can record this. I should be able to. Oh yeah, there we go. See? Just put it on there and give her a twist. Once you get it loose with this, you just use your hands and twist it off. But you want to make sure that bucket is right where it needs to be, or you're going to get oil in your face. You don't want that. So, I usually just loosen it up until it starts draining, and make sure that you got the bucket underneath where it's draining, or you'll do like I did, make a mess in the driveway. I can't. There. All right. Just twist that baby off. And be careful when you're doing this, because you will dump it. There's still oil in the oil filter. So when I usually take it out, it's like straight out. Tip it up a little bit when you do pull it out, because it's gonna dump. Oh, most of it dumped out. Looks like, yep. It's like all of it dumped out. Alright. That's it. Now, you're gonna have oil all over the side of your engine. So, I'd wipe it down. Just use a paper towel, wipe it down as much as you can. And also make sure that that rubber gasket came off with the oil filter. Because if you go to put another oil filter on top of two rubber gaskets, it's gonna leak. So, there. All right, here's the flavor we're gonna use. Full synthetic, 530. And we got another, this is all Walmart stuff. Walmart oil filter. Oh, another thing I was going to tell you. What I like to do is compare before I even go any further. Just take a look at the old filter, or the new filter and the old filter. Just see if they look the same. You know, they look, I mean, it's a little different, but so they're kind of the same. And that the threads are the same, stuff like that. Take a good glance at it. Make sure it's got the rubber gasket on there. Also hit it with a little, take a little oil, rub it around the gasket, just so that it helps you take it off. All right, once you got it ready to go in, and I don't know if I can do this with my right hand. Probably not. Okay, so let me try this with my left hand. There's again. Let's see if I can get this up in there. Okay, I can't do this with one hand. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, just put it on there the way you got it. All right. So what I do is I tighten them by hand. I get them as tight as I can by hand, and I don't use a wrench to tighten them. I just get them as tight as I can so they don't, they don't move anymore. Tighten them until it doesn't move anymore. And I've never had one fall off. So that's how I do it. And some people use a wrench, but I don't, because I think it gets them too tight and I can't get them off. So tighten them by hand as tight as you can get them. This bolt here, tighten it, until it stops, and then give her a little more. You don't want to overdo it. Just make sure it isn't going to fall out. You want to get it tight, but you don't want to go too far with it. That's all I'm trying to say. So we're good down here. Got the oil filter tight. Got the drain plug tight. And now we'll move up top and dump the oil in. The thing I wanted to point out on these Corollas, this is the exhaust manifold right here. Check out where they put the oil filter. Right underneath it. I mean, you got maybe 2 inches from the exhaust manifold pipe to the oil filter. So that thing just must cook. But that's the way they did it. So this car takes, I don't know, 3.5 quarts. I'm gonna put 3 in, and then I'm gonna check it. See where it's at. It's a small engine, 1.6. They usually take about 3. At least in the Nissans they do. Got some numbers on the side here. Let's take a look. It's a 5-quart jug. So we'll go down to the 2 and we'll check it. A little bit more. All right, so we're at about 2. So let's tap her up, let it sit there for a second, and then check it. See where it's at. All right. So let it sit a little bit. We'll go check it. Looks like it's at about the full line. And you gotta figure there's gonna be maybe half quart going into the filter times a quart. So I'm gonna dump a half quart in, and then I'm gonna start it, let it run a little bit so I get some oil in the filter. So I didn't put it in the filter because it's sideways. That's about half quart. All right, fire it up. Before I fire it up, make sure put your oil cap, or you're gonna make a mess. Just let it run for a sec. Go ahead and check for leaks. Check underneath, make sure nothing's leaking. And we'll shut her down, let it sit a little bit, and then check the oil again. All right, so I let it sit a little bit. Now I'm just gonna check it again. I usually do this. After I let it run a little bit, I check it, and it looks like we're right at the full line. Just a little bit over, which is perfect. So it looks like it took about 3.5 quarts. About half in the filter, 3 in the crank case, and that's it. That's it for that. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you next time.